Report with Dorian Brown and Tyler Coleman.
We back, Week 8, the Elite Report. I am Dorian Brown.
I am Tyler Coleman, a.k.a. T. Coleman. Go up on the call.
Presented to you by Elite Amateur Sports. This is the recap.
Talk to me.
Man, so we went to Kirkwood High School Friday night.
Good atmosphere.
For a big matchup. Class 6. Eureka.
Undefeated.
6-0.
Yep, 6-0.
Kirkwood, 5-1.
5-1.
Just come off a loss to Pattonville.
A couple weeks ago. They redeemed themselves. Now they're coming for Eureka. And what do we see coming out the gates? Well, let me just give you a quick background on the game, just really quick.
Oh, yeah.
Both coaches.
Quick.
The Kirkwood coach, Coach Shelton, he formerly used to coach at Eureka. He also, the guy that's the Eureka head coach, Jake Sumner, used to play for him, so that was kind of cool. And their Sumner's dad used to coach with Shelton, so it was some family ties.
It was mentor.
It was.
And
mentee.
Yeah. And then out the gate, we were slow.
It was slow. It kind of picked up. I will say this. The thing that I noticed about the game that I liked what Eureka did was they stayed the course. And the reason I say that is I felt like they had a couple things that didn't go their way, like they had a touchdown that could have helped break it open that they called pass interference on the offense, that it wasn't. Yeah. But a guy that I want to give credit to in the game is Antonio Sanders, number 20 for the Eureka Wildcats. Mm-hmm. He had a
tall task.
He had a tall task trying to guard.
Literally.
He had a tall task guarding Maurice Massey. Luckily, they didn't throw it to Massey that much, but when he was called on, he did okay. But the thing that I liked was his offensive ability. And he, honestly, to me, he looked like the best football player on the field that night. He had a screen that he took, and he was moving. Yeah. And then he also caught an interception. It was tipped up. He dove, was in the right place at the right time. He made plays. And I just want to make sure I give a quick shout out to him because he's a kid I feel like is a little bit underrated. And I think he's a prospect that college coaches need to be looking at.
Division.
I think he's a low to mid-major D1 guy because of his speed. That's what I think makes up for him. So I think he's a low to mid-major D1 guy for real.
Gotcha. I feel like Division 2, but you're not far off either way. So Eureka strikes first. Second quarter, they kind of took a little lead going into halftime, and then Kirkwood comes back. You know what I'm saying? They finally found Massey. They finally found him. But he only had one catch.
He had two catches.
He had two?
He had, remember, in the beginning, he caught a slant. That was 11 yards.
Oh, yeah.
And then he had the touchdown.
He did.
But other than that,
and on that slant, he came to the quarterback and said, throw me the ball.
I know.
Because they were playing off. And I felt like they definitely could have found him a little bit more, especially in the fourth quarter.
Agreed.
Eureka ends up winning the game 42-28. They moved to 7-0. Eureka gets that block punt in the fourth quarter
was huge.
Yep. And then they capitalized on it by scoring.
Agreed. And after it was a point in time, Eureka was up 21-7.
Mm-hmm.
Then Kirkwood stormed all the way back, made it 28-21.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eureka got to going back to their groove.
Yeah.
Jalen Sanders also played good, number 10 at running back as well.
Yes, he finished with 133 yards on 18 carries with one touchdown.
Yeah, he was
the most impressive person for me. I'm always looking at the underclassmen, especially if you're playing the number one spot, which is quarterback. And they had one in Carter Davis, who showed poise throughout the whole game.
He did.
And he didn't turn the ball over. He didn't turn it over. And that's key. Also that night, Parkway North goes to Lafayette.
A game that we picked.
And squeaks by a feisty Lafayette team 36-30.
I picked Lafayette in this game. I seen Parkway North. They've been a little bit shaky this year, so I thought it was a game that the Lafayette Lancers had a chance to get. I look forward to watching Lafayette a little bit more and keep an eye out on them. But Parkway North they came out with the win.
Yeah. Quarterback Cameron Foster went for 12 for 19 with 284 yards, 3 TDs. And 2 of those TDs went to the Mizzou commit C.J. Boone. And also 4-star Jelani Williams had 1 interception to seal the deal. The third game we picked, Rockhurst and Battle. Rockhurst moves to 6-1. They beat Battle convincingly, 28-0. And it's a week before they come to St. Louis to play the number 1 team in the state, CBC.
Yeah, that's going to be an explosive matchup. Class 6. I got a chance to see each other in the playoffs at some time as well, too. Maybe in the state championship. I don't know the way the bracket is or how that's set up. So,
which we'll be going over in the next couple weeks.
For sure.
So make sure you subscribe. Other keynotes that we want to hit. Berkeley wins the Suburban Conference Central American Division. With 18 seniors leaving last year, they come back and win it. That's impressive.
It's McClure South Berkeley, right?
Yeah, McClure South Berkeley. I'm sorry about that. McClure South Berkeley, the Bulldogs. And then Cardinal Ritter goes to Washington, Missouri.
Quick thing about Cardinal Ritter real quick. I just want to make sure I get this. So far, the best junior quarterback in St. Louis has been Mekhi Higgins.
I was just going to say that.
And it looked like him and Juice Man, Jamison Williams had a connection on. I think I heard he had 286 yards, but how did he do?
Yeah. And Mekhi ended up with going for 20 of 31 with 426 passing yards and 6 touchdowns.
One thing about
on the road.
One thing about Higgins that I've really been a fan of is he hasn't really. It's been different receivers every game that's had good games. That's been big to me. He's not just relying on one. He has good receivers. He got Cameron Coleman, Jamison Williams, and Luther Burden. And he has another kid, number 8. I apologize. I'm not sure of the name.
He's a freshman as well.
He's getting everyone involved. So I've been impressed with that.
CBC continues their dominance, and they win MCC, beating Vianney. Luther North continues their dominance, and they win, and they, win the Metro League. And then one big victory goes to Hazelwood East.
Yesterday
Beating the undefeated Fox Warriors, 24-20. Torrey had a big game. They came back. They were down in the fourth quarter, came back with 2 touchdowns to win the game.
So I got to see we got to see Hazelwood East when they played against Hazelwood Central. Mm-hmm. Hazelwood East is a team that I like. They got athletes. Their defense, number 53, number 10, their linebackers, I like those guys a lot. Also like Jarvarian Hardeman, I believe his name is, the wide receiver, Torrey Dyson. So they got some good guys on the Hazelwood East team. And I think I felt like they were always going to continue to grow. So I'm kind of happy that they were able to get that win for them because I know that meant a lot to the kids, and that's a big win for their program.
Big win for the program. And you need that momentum going into now the last couple games of the season. You're looking at playoffs now. You're about to set up your bracket,
okay.
And that's very important to go in on a right note. So I just want to not let you off the hook. So I'm going to talk my stuff real quick. Our records for the year. You're at 20-9, which is very respectable, but I'm just a little bit better. 21-8. Shout out Parkway North.
So Parkway North Lafayette game. I'm okay. I definitely picked Lafayette. I'll wear that proudly. They had a chance. But yeah, you're at 21-8, and that puts me at 20-9. And like I told you, once again, you started out and you were like 4 games in front of me, I think, at one point, and I've just completely closed the gap. So me falling for 1 weekend, I ain't really tripping. I do this for real.
You may do this, but I created this.
Okay.
So just remember that.
Okay.
When it comes to this, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
I'll say this. No matter if you create it, no matter if I do, that pie will be in your face.
Hey,
Either way it goes.
We only got 2 more weeks, man.
I don't care. I do this.
All right. I'm just letting you know. We only got 2 more weeks.
I bet you he keeps picking conservative.
You know I am. Hey, I'm in it to win it.
For sure.
That's all. So, just let you know, this will be on Facebook Live. This will be on Instagram Live. So, just know, when that pie hits your face, it's coming out of love. Ugh.
And when that pie hits your face, you gonna remember, dang, he really do this.
Man, hey, so we got a couple of special guests coming.
Powerhouse guests.
Powerhouse, man. Hey, the Elite Report, man, this is what we do.
Let's bring him in.
We are here with Andrew Clair, sophomore at Bowling Green. He is the running back, former St. Louis University High School football player. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Good. I'm here. This Tyler, and I got Dorian with me.
Man, we seen your day yesterday, man. You got off on. How was that breaking out? You know, your sophomore year, it wasn't going as playing the first couple games. How was that getting a big game?
I mean, it was kind of a big game just because of who we was playing against, and just like the role I had to take on this year. Toledo was one of the people like we really don't like. It was like our rivals.
Gotcha.
So playing against them, everybody just had to step up. It was a fun game. It was fun to break out like that. It was fun to just play, like, do you.
For people that don't know, you had 5 carries, 104 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown as well. How do you feel like you've grown from your freshman year to now? Because last year you also were very, very impressive. You had 107 carries, 725 yards, and you averaged 6.8 yards a carry. So how do you feel like you've developed from last year to this year?
I feel like the most thing that I've grown since last year is I got stronger, faster, and smarter. I was just able to learn the game more. I was able to read defenses better. Everything just slowed down for me, to be honest. But getting stronger and faster definitely has helped out a lot too.
When you say smarter, I'm always curious. What was one of the things that you had to learn coming in from high school football to college football?
I had to learn about what type of player I am, and by that I mean like I had to learn who I am in the game and what I can do and what I can't do. Like I'm more of a speed, elusive type back. I'm not one of the backs that's like gonna run you over every play. I'm not a power back. So learning who you are, that has helped me like become smarter.
I wanted to give you a quick little insight, something that you probably didn't know actually. So I'd actually had a chance. Your head football coach at Bowling Green, he came to Trinity to recruit, and he was we had a chance to talk about you a little bit. This was last year, and he said that he felt like he had got a steal with you because you're an elite player. So I just was curious, now knowing that, how did that make you feel, and how do you feel like your coaches have been able to trust you so far?
I feel like they've been able to trust me just by me knowing the game, knowing what I'm supposed to do, me being able to read the defense as quickly as I do. I think that has helped them put a lot of trust in me. Because because they don't have to worry too much about if I'm going to do the wrong thing, if I'm going to make the wrong play, if I'm going to make a mistake here. So developing that trust and learning the playbook and learning what you're supposed to do will definitely help out gaining trust with you and your coaches and the rest of your team.
Got you. So, and you say trust a lot, and I know trust is a big part of the game. And how is your trust in your offensive line?
My trust in my offensive line is pretty high. No matter what, no matter how they play, they help out. They help me look how I'm supposed to look. The game I had yesterday was definitely up to them. I wouldn't do a lot of things I do without them. So I put a lot of trust into them. A lot of the plays they run, I have to run right behind them. So I have to be able to trust them. So my trust into them is pretty high.
Gotcha.
I feel like I would be doing a disservice if I don't talk about how far you've came. You first started at Hoover, and then you went to SLU, and now you're at Bowling Green. How's that process been, and how do you feel like St. Louis has been able to help mold you to the person that you are today?
St. Louis definitely has helped me. Has definitely helped mold me into the person I am. Starting at Hoover, playing because I played 1 year older than I was supposed to. So doing that, I was able to learn as a young pup. I was able to learn how to interact with older people. I was able to learn how to basically just be aggressive, play hard, play strong. And then once I got to SLU in freshman year, I played freshman ball. Sophomore year, started on varsity on defense. Got a little bit of reps at running back. And then junior, senior year, that was a team now. That was my team now at playing running back. I took on the load junior, senior year. So doing that had helped me become a leader. It just helped me become a team player, basically. St. Louis, it helped humble me because a lot of stuff wasn't given to me. I had to go take a lot of stuff. It just helped me fight. St. Louis put a lot of fight into me. Playing against the people we was playing against, because I was in Class 6 with CBC, Hazelwood Central, basically a lot of the big teams that always one of them teams won the state that year. If it wasn't CBC, it was Blue Springs, and it was just them was the teams that we played against all the time. Them were the teams that we fought. So I was always accustomed to playing the big games, playing against a lot of good talent, and just learning how to control the chaos.
Gotcha. And I remember that vividly, that Hazelwood Central game, your senior year. And I was so impressed with your performance. I was like, man, this dude is a beast, man.
I remember, before we wrap it up, I remember covering you when I was doing High School Sports Caravan, when I was in high school with you. I remember me and you talking countless times about where you're going to go and the opportunities. And the thing that I was always impressed with you about is the reason that you picked Bowling Green. You had detail behind it. It wasn't something that wasn't, it was a very calculated move. So I just wanted to commend you on that. And I've always had a pleasure being able to talk to you and cover you and all of that stuff. So that's been an honor of mine. And I finally wanted to get to ask you, for the young people out there in St. Louis, what are some final and heartwarming words you could say to them?
For the young people still in St. Louis, trying to get to where they want to go, I would have to say just don't ever let nobody ever tell you you can't do something. If you want it, you gotta go get it. Ain't nothing in this world gonna be given to you. Especially the young black people of America, nothing is gonna be given to you. You gotta go get it. You gotta go take it. It's all right there for you to take.
Man, that you know what? That's excellent words, Andrew. For real.
We appreciate that. We are here with Andrew Clair, Bowling Green running back, former St. Louis University High School running back. He's an alumni. He's the man with the plan, Andrew Clair. We appreciate having you on, Andrew.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Andrew.
Andrew, he's definitely a stand-up kid, and it was good having him on. But now we're gonna have Ross on soon, I know, and I'm happy about this SLU basketball season, man.
I'm very happy about this SLU basketball season.
We didn't talk much, but we did go to Billikens Madness,
yes.
And the energy was definitely like, okay, they're excited. The fans are excited.
You know what I noticed? Because I give you a quick look back. I've been to a lot of SLU games, and I noticed that back in the day, SLU was a very older fan base. Mm-hmm. It was great to see the young people there. Like, you need that energy. Because some days you're not going to want to go out there on the court and perform. You need that energy. And what we've seen with the young fans and the student fan base, how they supported the coach more than anybody.
Yeah, they love
They love for it. And, like, it's definitely something to look forward to.
I'm looking forward to seeing my guy that I've been cool with him since he was in, like, the 2nd or 3rd grade. Me and his brother are best friends, Cartier Gordon. And to be honest with you, the thing I'm most excited about is his growth on the basketball court, but his actual growth as a person. So I feel like he's gotten and taken steps to be the best person he could be. And I seen focus this year. Like, I've gone up there, helped work him out and things like that. Worked with him. I ain't really working him out. He pretty much know what he want to do already. But we go in there and get in some good work. And the thing I've been very excited about is how focused he is. Like, that's his focus is he wants the team to be successful. And a lot of things that he's been saying, it ain't been nothing about me. It's been the team and what the team can do. And that's what I've been so excited about. And I think the sky's the limit for him this year.
I think those state championships make you feel like the win. And there's nothing like winning. Winning is contagious. Once you start winning, you want to keep winning.
And I'm going to say this real quick. I'm going to give some stats. I don't really talk about him enough, but he's one of the only kids from St. Louis. He won a gold medal at the Olympics.
Preach.
He went on after the Olympics, went to Peach Jam, won Peach Jam with Michael Porter and Trae Young, now 2 NBA players.
Preach.
He then went on to win a district championship his freshman year. I apologize. I went a little off the map, but he won a freshman. As a freshman, he won a district championship. Mm. He then went to Webster. Mm-hmm. Had to sit out a little bit when he was eligible to play. Mm-hmm. Helped bring a state championship for the first time since 2008. And then he also was able to come back again and get another state championship for Webster.
2 times.
In Class 5, and to be a back-to-back state champion with him and Courtney Ramey and that connection. Just a statement that most people don't know. I believe that Courtney Ramey and Cartier Gordon together, Courtney's at Texas, which he's going to be very phenomenal, I think. Those two combined to lose maybe 1 game, I believe, actually playing together on the court in St. Louis.
That's impressive.
That was very impressive when they both played all 4 quarters. Okay? Yeah. So those two, I always used to like to call them Shaq and Penny. Mm. That's what I always call the Shaq and Penny. Yeah. And Courtney Ramey, man, he's phenomenal. I know he's going to do big things at Texas this year. I'm looking forward to him.
No doubt.
And so those two, and they both came from the school that I'm an alumni from, so that makes me feel good. Go Webster.
All right, and that's enough. So we're going to get into some more SLU basketball with our next guest.
Yes.
I think we all have heard of the name Chaifetz if you in St. Louis. And so we have Ross Chaifetz joining the show. Let's go. We are here with Ross Chaifetz, a special guest of ours. He is the VC of the Chaifetz Group and a big SLU supporter of the Chaifetz Arena. How you doing, Ross? Glad to have you.
Appreciate it, guys. Doing well. Thanks for having me.
So, and for those who don't know, can we have a little background of who Ross is and your affiliation with SLU?
Yeah, absolutely. And frankly, the story starts with my father. So my dad was a SLU grad, graduated back 30 or 35 years ago now. And when he was on campus, he had a tough time. And it came to a point where his tuition wasn't being paid by his parents. And my dad was called into the bursar's office, the president's office of the university. And my dad made a promise to the university that if they allowed him to stay, finish out his academic career, he knew he would be successful, and he promised to pay the university back. So my dad graduated. The president was able to honor his commitment. 20, 30 years later, my dad was very successful in his business career, and it came an opportunity for my dad to give back to the university. They had been in the process of constructing a brand new, beautiful arena towards the end of the 2000s, and they were looking for a naming donor for the arena. And my dad had reached a point in his life where he was successful enough to be able to give back to SLU, and he wanted to honor the commitment that he made to SLU's president, 30 or so years back. And so I had a conversation and realized it was the right thing to do. Made a large gift to the university, ended up naming the Chaifetz Arena. And we've been fans ever since. Growing up, I've been a Billikens basketball fan for 10 or 15 years or so now. Saw them do great things under Rick Majerus. Went to the tournament a couple years in a row. Earned seeds as high as 3 or 4 in March Madness, and won a couple Atlantic 10 championships. So it's been, a very fun ride. I kind of grew up with the Billikens, and my dad and I had a shared passion for the team. And we're excited to renew that passion. We got great leadership under Coach Ford, and we're really excited to see what he can do this season and moving forward.
This is a great time to be a SLU Billikens fan. I don't know if you're familiar with the freshmen that came in. We have some highly skilled freshmen. I can say that.
Yeah, absolutely. We got guys like Cartier Gordon, Fred Sash, Demarius Jacobs, and Ingrid Goodmanson. And, there's just a lot of talent coming into the team. They add, depth, they add diversity, and they create a team that's really well-rounded, and I think is primed to do some dangerous things in the A-10 this year, and even outside of the A-10. They got a couple tough matchups on the out-of-conference schedule against teams that are, in the top 25 preseason, so it'll give them an opportunity to shake things up and show the country what we can really do.
So, Ross, I was curious about some things. So how excited are you about this SLU season? And is this probably the season that you've been most excited about in a while, would you say?
Absolutely. I'm incredibly excited. And I think it's contagious all across SLU's campus. Everybody's talking about Billikens basketball. And frankly, from a sheer talent and athleticism perspective, I think personally this is probably the deepest team that I've seen in probably 10 or 15 years. So there's a lot of guys that are going to be on the court that can do a lot of things. And in any given game, any player could put up 15 to 20 points. So we have a lot of depth, a lot of people that are highly skilled that can play off of one another. And frankly, I think this is the season for SLU where the sky's the limit. It'll all come down to how these guys start to mesh together. But from a talent and athleticism perspective, I would argue that this is the best Billikens team I've ever seen.
I believe you're correct as well. I've been a SLU Billikens fan for as long as I can remember, and I remember the Larry Hughes years and the Jordan Jet era, and now with this era coming in, I'm very excited. And I'm also excited about the coaching style. We got a chance to meet Coach Ford and some of his assistants, who I believe are some of the best assistants in the nation. How do you feel about the coaching staff and what they've been able to accomplish so far?
I absolutely agree with you. My dad and I were heavily involved when the team was looking for a new coach a couple years back after Jim Cruz and Rick Majerus. And Coach Travis Ford was always at the top of the list. And when we met with him face to face, he was super excited, super energetic about the opportunity to come to SLU. And, you know, he's done everything that he's promised. He's recruited incredible players. He's brought an energy to the program and the community. He's out there doing fantastic things. He's meeting with SLU students. He's energizing the sports fans in St. Louis that, you know, in the past may not have been connected to Billikens basketball. So, you know, Coach Ford has honored that commitment. He's brought in great guys like Coach Corey, Coach Will, and Coach Van, who have great ties to some of the high school programs across the country. As you know, they've brought in incredible players, local players, such as Jordan Goodwin, Cartier Gordon, and they're bringing in guys from the East Coast, guys like Hassan French, bringing in a couple international guys. So, yeah, I think this coaching staff is incredibly talented and is very excited and passionate about Billikens basketball. And I think they put themselves in a position to do something really great with this team moving forward.
I heard you kind of talk a little bit about the buzz on the SLU campus. So I wanted to ask you, what do you expect from the SLU Billiken fan base as far as the students that actually attend the school this year?
You know, I think we'll see a lot of students at the games this year. We've been seeing a steady uptick over the past couple of years in terms of student attendance. So I think they're starting to realize that the program is being re-energized. We've got some incredibly talented players. You know, we got a couple, more than just a few guys who are ESPN top 100 recruits coming out of high school. And, you know, that's what the students and the fans like to see. They want to come to games where players are not only winning, but putting on a show and doing some great things that some other players may not be able to do. You know, you mentioned you were around during the Jordan Jet era when the Billikens were top 10 in the country at one point. And I remember going to Chaifetz almost every single game that season. It was entirely sold out, entirely packed. It was tough to get a ticket. And the students were energized, they're loud, they're screaming, and that's what pumps up the rest of the arena. And I think we're going to see ourselves in a very similar position over the next year or two. The students will show up, the community will show up, and if you don't have your tickets now, you got to get them, because once these guys get on the court in November, December, it's going to be a powerful team, and if you miss the boat, it's going to be tough to get tickets. So sign up now, because it's going to be a real show at Chaifetz Arena this season.
This year was my first time ever attending the Billiken Madness. I'm not sure if this is something that they've been doing, but I thought that they did a great job. I thought the energy was there, and I also seen the student section also look like they were energized as well too, to speak on that. So how long has the Billiken Madness been around, and has it always been like that, or is this something kind of new?
You know, they've been doing Billiken Madness for a couple years. I believe it started during the Majerus era. Don't quote me on that, but that's what I believe. But, you know, it's become a really great way to showcase to the students, the university, and the community, you know, the upcoming team. And frankly, this is a year that a lot of people have been excited about, a lot of new faces. So I think Billiken Madness this year was a great opportunity for people to come out and, again, see that sheer athleticism that I was talking about. You know, it was exciting that Chris May and the athletics department put together a dunk contest. You know, that's something that you don't traditionally see. And, you know, you saw during that scrimmage, guys obviously weren't going 100%, but they were beginning to showcase that talent. You know, they were shooting deep threes, they were hitting them, they were throwing up fantastic dunks, you know, alley-oops and all the above. So Billiken Madness has been a great way to get the fans excited and give them a little taste of you know, who's going to be playing this year in Chaifetz Arena.
Speaking about basketball as well in St. Louis, one thing that I noticed is that you were trying to get a campaign started about bringing the NBA to St. Louis. How's that kind of going, and what do you think it might take to try to get that to actually happen?
Well, you know, at this point, there's no formal effort to bring the NBA to St. Louis. Now, what I can say is there have been talks for the last couple of years about potential franchise expansion. The NBA is thinking about if there's another market that could be great for them. They've talked about cities like St. Louis, like Kansas City. They've talked about Mexico City. So they really have a couple different options on the table. But I think, you know, we've seen firsthand that over the past 5 or 10 years, St. Louis has become a very excited market about basketball and the opportunity to have an NBA team. Obviously, the Rams transferred out a couple years ago. They've been in LA for a little while now. And I think people are starting to feel a little bit of a void in the sports market. You know, they got the Blues, they got the Cardinals, and they got the Billikens. But, you know, I think there's a real opportunity for an NBA team in St. Louis. You got guys like Brad Beal, like Larry Hughes, who are behind it. And so I think, you know, if the band comes together, so to say, there could be a real opportunity to bring a professional basketball team to St. Louis.
And you know, as a fan of basketball, we would be elated,
For sure.
to say the least. The last question we have for you, we're gonna put you on the spot a little bit. Are the Billikens gonna make the tournament this year?
Oh, you're really putting me on the spot. You know what? I think they will. I really think they will. You know, they got some tough out-of-conference matchups on the schedule before they jump into A-10 play. They're playing 6 or 7 teams that had berth in the tournament last year. Guys like Seton Hall, Butler, Pitt, Houston, Florida State, who's going to be a top 15 team. So there's real opportunities for this Billikens team to disrupt some Power 5 conference teams. If they can secure a couple of those out-of-conference wins, I think it'll definitely, boost their bid, so to say, for the tournament. But I think these guys, even without those wins, could be in a really, really great position to potentially win the conference. The team is deeper than ever, more athletic than ever. I witnessed practice. There's a real bond between these guys, and they're going 110% on every single play, even in practice, all over the court, diving for balls, getting as high as possible, alley-oop and dunking. So there's real energy, and I think there's a real opportunity for this team to make the tournament. And if they do, watch out. They're going to be a good sleeper pick. Keep your eye on the Billikens this March.
Ross, I totally agree with you. We're so excited about the SLU Billikens Basketball program. They also have a couple more guys coming in the 2019-20 year with local talent and, of course, abroad. So we're really happy to have you on our podcast. This has been excellent. I'm impressed with your knowledge. You sound like you're ready for ESPN right now.
Well, I appreciate it, guys. I've been following the team closely. We're super energized about it, super passionate about it. We'll be at as many games as possible this year. I know you guys will too. And there's a real energy in the air in St. Louis. We're calling it the Billikens Buzz. It's out and about. People are excited, and we're ready to go. I think we're a month away from the season, and we can't wait to get going.
Get your tickets. I'm telling you right now, you're going to see a great product.
For sure. And Ross, during the season, when the guys really start getting in the role, we would love to have you back on and talk some more about how things are going around on the SLU campus and the buzz about it.
Absolutely, guys. We'd love to do it whenever you'd like.
We appreciate it. We're here with Ross Chaifetz, VC of the Chaifetz Group.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having me. Have a good one.
You too. And that was Ross Chaifetz. Man, that's a special guest because he's a big part of the SLU community. As you can tell, he knows his stuff. He sound like an ESPN analyst, man.
He did. Ross is a good guy. It's been nice getting to know him, and I was just happy that he was able to come on the show and just give us some insight. Because one thing I didn't know is I didn't know that they help with figuring out who the coach was. So that was kind of cool to know. And it is also cool that he's really invested into the team and the program.
And the background story of his father and how
that was crazy. That was awesome.
That was amazing. So, moving on to next week, we're going to highlight some of our games that we have picked. And we're going to start off with Timberland at Fort Zumwalt North. Fort Zumwalt North is, the last couple of years has been the team in Class 5. And no difference this year. They're rolling. Who you like?
Give me Fort Zumwalt North. I think that they are. I think they're a very good team, very good football team, and like we stated a couple weeks back, they run the ball. So give me Fort Zumwalt North. Who you got?
I'm going Fort Zumwalt North as well. I think they just have too much talent going into week 8. I mean, sorry. St. Clair at Lutheran St. Charles. Now, St. Clair is a team that's unknown for me personally, but I did a little research, and they've been beating people pretty badly.
Talk to me. Give me some.
Like the last few games, they won by 3 touchdowns or better. So I'm a little nervous for Lutheran St. Charles, but I know the competition that
Let me put a halt to that. Give me Arliss Harris. Give me Arlen Harris. Give me Jaden Wanstead. Give me Lucas St. Charles.
Okay, I like the way you did that. And it's hard for me to go against Luther St. Charles because I know them. We've seen them in action, and like you say, Arlen Harris Jr. is probably the best freshman running back in St. Louis. And then you got
Arliss Harris, the other running back.
Right. So they got a two-head monster, and then Ford, who's a prospect.
He's real.
Big prospect. And then, like you said, Wyatt, and the defensive line is tough. So I'm going to go Luther St. Charles as well.
Okay.
Eureka at Marquette.
I think it's a rivalry game.
Yeah, it is a rivalry game.
But it don't matter. Give me the Eureka Wildcats.
Yeah, after watching Eureka Friday night, I can't really pick against them. They solid. They won't turn the ball over that much.
And time out, real quick thing about Eureka. Eureka won the football game without their best player, Avery Taggart, having any stamp on the game. That was huge for me.
Yeah.
No catches, no touchdowns. Still win the football game. And when they get him involved, it's dangerous.
It's dangerous. He might be the best tight end in the city.
Yeah, him or the CBC guy.
Yeah.
Number 87.
Number 87.
He don't drop nothing. He runs routes very well too.
Very, very well.
But I think
he's the St. Louis Grump. He said that.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? But it's close. I like Eureka in this one. You say you like Eureka as well?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So, this week is a special week. We have two Game of the Weeks.
Game of the week.
The first one is near and dear to me because it's a game that LeDoux will be in. And if you don't know, I am a LeDoux graduate.
Woo,
I feel like LeDoux doesn't get the respect they deserve.
I don't think so either. I agree with you a little bit on
The
that.
best Class 4 team in St. Louis for sure. And one of the best in the state.
And I think they still undefeated, aren't they?
They are still undefeated.
Ooh.
And they head to Pattonville, which is in stride right now.
Ooh.
They getting it in right now.
Ooh.
Pattonville. We tweeting coach, and he was like, yeah, you gotta be there. LeDoux, Pattonville is going down. Who you like?
Give me the Pattonville. To give LeDoux first win in the season. But I ain't gonna lie to you though. I said that way too, like was too much energy.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna be a dogfight.
No, it's gonna be a dogfight.
No, it's gonna be like I ain't gonna lie to you. I said that quickly because I know I would have to guess you probably pick LeDoux. I'm not sure if you do, but I'm gonna go with this is a flip of the coin game. Only reason I'm gonna go Pattonville. It's the reason why. They did knock off Kirkwood, and I think that was huge.
That's big.
So with that, give me Pattonville.
After seeing Kirkwood, that win against Kirkwood,
It takes it down a couple
it
levels.
takes it down a little bit to me.
Agree.
So, with that being said, I'm riding or die with my Rams, dog.
Hey, and
LeDoux.
time. Quick thing about the LeDoux Rams, just real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Coach Nick Buckbar.
Buck. What's up, bro?
He's the real deal, so appreciate you, Mr. Buckbar. Always been a good guy to me.
Definitely. And Coach Bryant. They have a couple of LeDoux alumni on the coaching staff.
Okay. And shout out to Coach Smith, man. I like what you're doing over there.
Yeah, and the same with Pattonville. They have a couple guys who graduated and now coaching on that staff. And then our second game of the week, we going to the city, the St. Louis City, PHL. What's up? HL. Roosevelt. Miller Career.
Okay.
Who do you like?
I I told everyone,
Rough Riders.
Rough Riders, we're going to make a statement this year. Coach Porter has those guys rolling. No one has came within 30 points with them since week 3. Give me the Rough Riders in a tight football game. Trey Porter, welcome to St. Louis.
Okay, I like that pick, and I'm gonna tell you why I like the pick. I feel like Roosevelt is starting to become a cohesive unit.
And I think they're getting that swag.
Getting the swag. But
There is a but. Talk to me.
not so fast.
Okay.
I like Miller career and that defense. I think the defense is gonna be able to control the game.
And see, this is why this game is so big to me. And why this is another, like, our game of the weeks for the two flip of the coins. And the reason I'm going to say that is because this. It doesn't look like Roosevelt's offense has been able to be stopped, but I have heard a lot about that Miller career defense. So I'm curious to see who's going to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. And, like, I'm here to tell you that the Miller Career Academy, they came with it in the PHL Jamboree. Like, I love that defense because it was nasty, it was ferocious, and they hit hard. So, shout out to Coach Coop and those the Phoenix out there. They getting it in.
And the thing that I'm so excited about this game, you got Coach Porter and his guys. They the new kids on the block, kind of. And the reason that this game, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm ready for it to be Saturday right now. And the reason I'm telling you that is because I know these two teams finna get after it.
Yeah, this is for the championship,
This is
by
for
the
that.
way.
And another thing that I just can't wait for, them career academy kids, they don't feel like they should be in the same discussion with Roosevelt. And Roosevelt feel like you disrespect me if you don't think we are.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm ready for.
It's gonna be a battle.
It's gonna be a battle.
Y'all better show out.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
better come out and support
We there.
these two amazing programs.
We there.
gonna be there, so y'all better be there too.
Yes, sir.
What we got for the tip of the day? You know what? I think the tip of the day is going to be take care of yourself. Self. The mental, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual. You got to take care of yourself. In this world where you got so much going on, social media, people everywhere trying to get money, people trying to survive, it's all about self-care. So make sure, young athletes, make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're young, you bounce back quickly, but trust me, you gonna need your body when you hit 30, 40, 50. So make sure you're taking care of yourself. Drink plenty of fluids. Stay away from all the drugs and the drinking. Hey, be careful out here. Take care of yourself. And make sure that you're doing the right thing.
I'm gonna say I love that self-care. I think people need to understand that. You gotta love yourself before you can love anyone else.
Preach.
So that's been important. But I do want to give a shout out to Shamon Cooper's mom. She tunes in. I appreciate you.
Hey.
So that's been a pleasure, and I appreciate you always tuning in.
The whole Trinity staff, you know what I mean? I heard they, tuning in.
My bad. Let me go back. I did wrong. I apologize. Shout out to the OC, Coach Shannon. Shout out to Yoder, Coach Skeet. Shout out to Coach DJ. Shout out to Coach Red. I appreciate all y'all, man.
Yeah.
So
This is the Elite Report, and we out.
we'll see you later.
Thanks for tuning in to the Elite Report. Subscribe, share, and above all, stay elite.